What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Seriously Focused Johnnie. This episode today is not going to be edited, it's a last minute situation. The episode is called The Message, The Setup, and what else? You're now tuned into Difficult People Chronicles. So, one of the things I want to say to you all is that I was going to air this message a little later on because I felt like there was more things that was going to unfold. And then what I'm seeing in now currently is that a lot of people are going through this situation. So I want to give you what I know so far based off of the message that was given to me. Okay. It's imperative that came to me this morning when I was laying down is that people, please, I beg you, please. You cannot leave your life in other people's hands. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot, number one, tell people, say, pray for me and think that they're going to pray for you, because if they don't like you, they're not going to pray for you. You know what I'm saying? You cannot sit there and say to some people, pray for me, and think that, when they praying over you, they have your back, because some of these people don't. And I don't want you to be afraid. What was said to me by someone recently was that, I'm afraid. You cannot be afraid. The devil wants you to be afraid. You need to. I'm giving you the tools. You cannot say I'm not giving it to you. I'm giving it to you. You got to pray. You got to pray. You have to pray. You have to pray. So I'm going to hold on. Let me see. On Revelations 2:10, New International Version. Do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer. I tell you, the devil will put some of you in prison to test you, and you will suffer persecution for 10 days. Be faithful even to the point of death, and I will give you life and your victor's crown. So let's talk about that real quick. Well, let me talk about that. I keep saying let us, like you're going to go through some suffering. You rely on God, pray, so you could get out of whatever you're in. God is with you. You got to call onto Him. I cannot stress this any further. You got to, okay? So let me talk about what's been going on. What's been going on is, like I said, the setup. People have been presenting people with bait. Y'all know what bait is? Bait. Yes, something they say, oh, come over here. I have something for you, or come here, I want to tell you something, or do this or do that. And you fall into the trap, okay? You fall into the trap, whatever that trap is. Now, what's been going on? A group of people tried to hurt one particular person, and it was supposed to be an attack. That's what was supposed to happen, because that's what I saw. It was supposed to be an attack where the person was supposed to, these people were going to hurt this person, and whatever was going to happen wasn't going to be that the person was going to be down in pain. They were going to attack the person, and the person would end up in jail, and then they would lie on the person and try to keep them there. Okay. Number two, the second situation was the person was going to get them trapped so they can keep up with their lie, because attached to this lie is a benefit for the other party, which would end up being their success story. I'm talking fast because I'm really trying to get it out, and yeah, I want to get to the heart of everything, to give you the tools to fight, to give you the tools to know. Okay, number three, the situation came about when a person tried to defame someone's character. It didn't work. Okay. Number four, a group of people tried to use someone. Well, not a group, two people tried to use someone. That didn't work. Number five, this person is a part of a sacrifice, which the end result is a benefit to their enemy. That didn't work. Number six, this attack on two people was to destroy their state of mind. That didn't work. Okay. So in all these situations, I'm telling you it didn't work. Why? Because these people were aware of what was to come, because we all spoke. All these different parties, we spoke. Okay. So they were aware what was to come. And even though they got into a little bit of the situation, let's say they were at the door And the situations on the other side of the door, they didn't go inside. So thank God. They, thank God. I'm gonna say this. Earlier last week, my heart was heavy. My heart was really heavy because I just what came to me was that you have people out there that are so fixated on trying to destroy people to the point where they kill them and or make them suffer. And I think that it was like so crazy that what came to me, it was just like I didn't grow up like that. Like I don't have that heart. I don't have that heart to make people suffer. I don't. And to see that these people are doing these things to these people is just, it's heartbreaking. It really is. It words can't express how I've been seeing some people go through this craziness. These people are evil. They wicked. They demonic. They just so back to the situations that have happened, right? The first one I said it was through attack. Three people, two people feel some kind of way about this one particular person. So one person has an enemy and a bystander. The bystander was innocent in the beginning until they believed whatever the enemy was going to, whatever the enemy said, and they actually literally tried to attack this person, but it didn't work, you know. It's like people some people don't have a reason to not like you. They just don't have to have a reason. Cause I really can't come up with one. When these two people went to attack this person, it was just like whatever they feel about this person, like say for instance, if they feel that this person's not doing something right or something is going on, whatever they feel about the person, have a talk with them. Sit down, have a talk without arguing, and say, you need to do this, or whatever the situation is. I feel they don't literally have a reason why they don't like this person. They do have concerns about how the person is. Just, I don't know. It just, yeah, it's a long story. The second one, I said they want to get the person trapped. The second situation is they got the person trapped because they have a lie that will benefit them and create a success story for them where people will look at them, feel sorry for them, say, oh my God, yes, and what, and oh, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Okay, so with the second situation, one of the things that I had to keep telling this person, because it was something that was told to me years ago, a long time ago, when I will always get to a boiling point where I get so angry I can't see straight, and meaning see the full situation in full context. So, one of the things is that it was like, look, stop getting angry. You cannot see what's really going down, Bring that anger down a whole lot of notches so you can see the full picture. Because what happens is when we get so angry, and I get it, we get so pissed off and because these people be lying like to the fullest. They've been lying all their life, but they lie to the fullest. And what happens is we get so angry to clear whatever or let people see that this person is a lie that we end up saying too much that can hurt us. You understand what I'm saying? And when I say too much that can hurt us, you save that to the right opportunity. There's going to be a right opportunity. Because there was another message that followed behind where God said, you don't always have to tell your story, time will, and I will let it be known. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah. Number three, the enemy tried to defame a person's character. That didn't work. Why? Because enemy was exposed. Number four, this number four was my situation where two people tried to get me at a particular place at a particular time. They wanted something that I had, so it's basically being used. They wanted something that I had, but at the time I didn't walk with it, so it didn't work out to their best interests. It did. And I knew something was wrong because it was bothering me. I said, something's wrong, something's wrong. I could feel it. I prayed about it. I prayed over a few days. And then peace came over me. And then when everything happened, then I saw the big picture. They wanted what I had. And if I would have gave it to them, a situation would have happened where a big accident would occur. And then I would have been the one that would have lucked out because it was whatever the situation was, it was tied to me. When the accident happened, it would have been on me. You understand what I'm saying? And then these people would have tried to skate away, not being responsible to pay for anything or whatever. Yes. Number five, a person is another person's sacrifice. So this situation is this person is still going through it, but they're fighting. So they're no longer giving up what these people want. And it's these people is one person that's the culprit who is the enemy. And then there's other people that's tied to that's trying to see this plan go through. Now, when I say sacrifice, people always think death, but sometimes sacrifice can be a downfall. Can be a downfall. So I don't necessarily see death. I see downfall where they do something so crazy that this person don't eat. But this person's fighting. This person's fighting. See, the first part took place, but it didn't work out the way they wanted it to. So then now they on to part two because we're going to talk about the part. Well, let me just say this real quick. The enemy, the devil, Jezebel spirit, monitoring spirit, spiritual spirit, whatever you want to call them, whatever, witches, wizards, they are not going to stop. So don't ever think that when you have a win that you're cleared. No, you have to continue to pray so the devil, the enemy, whomever, whatever, can get weak. Yes. So it never stops. You take a breather, you recharge, and you fight. That's why I gave you the episode called Beatdown. That particular reason. You recharge, you suit up for the battle. Because, yes. Let me just, number six. Because I'm getting angry right now. These people tried to destroy two people's state of mind. No, one person tried to destroy two people's state of mind. If they can, and this is what I said to the person, if they can destroy your state of mind, they can control you. They can take away your benefit. You understand what I'm saying? They can make you fold. They can make you drop to bended knee. And that's why it's important you be sober-minded. Okay? Now, okay, so I had to take a minute. These, what has been happening in the past has taken place on a job, excuse me, in the house, around a family setting, and over the phone. Yeah. One of the things I want you all to understand is that whatever enemy you have, they're not going to stop. No matter where you move, they're not going to stop. No matter I don't care if you change your social security, your name, your where you live, your job. Because some people feel like if I change my job, they can't access me and all this other stuff. These people are doing things, witchcraft, spells, whatever. So you need God in your life to fight them, no matter where you are on the globe, no matter where you are. These enemies, Jezebel spirits, wizards, warlocks, demonic entities, they are pretending for some They're pretending that they like you, but you're going to see their faces change. These people got people in position pretending. They are going to lie on you. Whatever the setup is, this is the important part too. What you need to know is how they are going to do this. They're doing this through trying to put out a bait and they want you to go after it. They will put you in a position where you can't do anything, meaning you are held down. Like if you're trying to leave, let's say you're trying to leave a job or a situation, but you can't because let's just say there's a contract involved and you are stuck there. They're doing that through whatever that is. When you think of bondage, think about something holding you down that you can't move. Jail can be bondage, where they just put you in jail and you can't do anything, but you can. You could pray, okay? Even if you are, even if it's jail, like they trying to throw you in jail or they trying to hold you down through a contract or someone is coming to attack you to hold you down, in that second, that instant, pray. Call out to God. You don't have to go through a whole sentence. God help me, please, in Jesus' name. Call God. Another way is isolation. Yes. They put out the bait. You go for the bait. Let's say if the bait is in another room. You go for the bait in the other room. You get into that room. That room has four corners and a door. The door is closed. Isolation. Attack. Okay? That's how that goes. Um Now, what was I going to say? Isolation. It was isolation. And there was something I was going to say about isolation. I was going to give you a situation. A situation would be for a person to say, come to my house or come to the park and we're going to pray, or come to this place and we're going to pray about whatever you're going through. And that person that says that to you is your enemy or trying to set you up. And you go to that place because you really just you just need prayer in your life. And I understand the concept. You need prayer. You need to pray for yourself, but you also want other people to pray for you. I get it. But it has to be the right people. You go to this one person, this one particular time when you got people in your house, like say your mother, your father, your brother, people who love you, people who you knew all your life, everything. But then you go to this one person at the park, down a hill, somewhere. And at one time you go, there's the other person that's there that's your enemy. And that person at the park pretend like, oh, I didn't know that was your enemy. Oh, that's my cousin, or that's such and such from somewhere and whomever. And then y'all get to talking. And it escalates to an argument. And it escalates even further where a fight takes place. Before long, this person try to hit you, you duck. Let's say you come up with a right hook or whatever, and the person falls down. And then the cops is called. And you and that other person that called you to the park know daggone well what really happened, but the cops come on the scene and they lie. And before long, you're locked up. Isolation. Here's a tip. And it's worked for those who been through the situation of the setup. Switch your plan. Okay? Switch your plan. Switch your plan. If it's a situation of bondage where you're being held down, let's say jail, pray. And how does switch your plan come into play with that is if a person is in bondage in jail and you have people coming to visit you, you have people coming to just be, they like informers. They informers. They going to go tell somebody else what's really going down. They going to inform the enemy. Keep your mouth shut. Listen. And with your mouth shut, you're praying in silence. So you got to switch your plan. Now, the situations I gave you, when it came to switching plans, I'm tell you how plans was being switched. The first one was through attack. The person never showed up to be attacked. Because I basically told the person, I was like, look, I feel uneasy about it. Like, I could feel that danger is coming. So it didn't work out for the enemy's best interest, which was a good thing. Number two, trap to keep the lie to benefit through a success story. The lie, the okay, so when it came to the lie, the first stage in that situation, I'm thinking, was a series of questions to turn around and make the person look like there was a lie when it wasn't. But when they went with a series of questions, they didn't get the appropriate answer. That's why, yeah, that's why it didn't work out. They went with the series of questions, and it was just like this enemy, this person, whoever, went with a series. And I'm telling you, the based off of what was told to me through the trap that was supposed to take place. It was supposed to be the series of questions, which would have ended where the other party was so angry they would have said the wrong thing, and the enemy would have added to it to say, you see, that person is a liar, or whatever the situation is, which would have made the enemy look like a success story. It didn't work out. Okay. Number three, character. That didn't work out because the other party just wasn't in position for whatever to take place. They didn't move the way the enemy wanted them to move. hmm Number four, being used. Like I said, I didn't have what they wanted, so it didn't work out. And as soon as they saw I didn't have what they wanted, they peeled out, and it just, yeah, it didn't work. Number five, the person's a sacrifice. The reason why that situation is still ongoing is because the enemy is on to part two, where they feel like, okay, I didn't win on the first round, but I'm gonna go after it again. The other party that's suffering has to continue to pray. And if they have the right people around them praying like they did before, these people have to continue to pray. Meaning that if it's, say, it's seven people praying for this one person, and everybody gets to a point where they praying without ceasing, like different hours, different times of the day, and all this, and then you got to do your daily activities, and you got to do this, and you got to put time aside, you got to hear whatever's going on, like stories and stuff like that, and people need to recharge. You're gonna have to, out of seven people, take one person out the mix to let that one person recharge, jump back in. Then another person comes out the mix, recharge, jump back in, and that's how you're gonna have to do it. Because if not, everybody's gonna get burnt out. They burn out meaning they're praying without ceasing. They live in their normal daily lives, and they into their Bible, but this is just an added addition onto everything that they're doing. Meaning that, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's just say you have a person, and this person is their normal life is this. They work, they do Bible study, they go to church, they got to deal with the kids, they have school at a particular time, they got to deal with their husband, or the husband got to deal with them, however it goes. And then added on to their schedule, they have to set time aside to pray for another person. They're already praying for everybody, but they got to do their special prayer for this other person. And whatever they're doing is going on for hours. At some point in time, they're gonna need to recharge. And sometimes it's a situation where they gotta step back. They gotta sit in silence. They gotta have the time for silence, because God needs to come to them and tell them whatever else they need to do. So they need to do that. Take a step back, recharge, from the beat down or whatever's going on. And sometimes it could be a situation where they need to step back because now they need to be prayed over because the enemy that is attacking them, that same enemy that's attacking that other person, is attacking them. So they need to take a step back because then people, that's those saved 7 people, which now ended up to be 5, maybe, need to pray over that person. And then they got to go back in and fight the battle. So there's a lot of aspects of this. Number 6, destroy state of mind. Now, when I said switch up plan, and it comes to when the enemy is trying to attack your mind, they trying to attack your mind because you see the enemy, the devil, Satan, Lucifer, he will try to attack your mind to get you to submit under him because he does not want you to submit to God. Okay? So, you switching your plan would be that if you know that at a certain time you're doing this, like let's just say, I'm just saying that your prayer time is 8 o'clock and you drop everything to prayer at 8, but then you know that at 6 o'clock there's something you got to do, like you have to, like say your homework or whatever, you know, and you're doing your homework and then all of a sudden something goes wrong with the computer and the homework is not done at a particular time because you know at 8 o'clock you need to be on call to do that prayer. And you are, for some reason, you're doing your work and you're getting confused and you just making mistakes. And this happens. You just making mistakes that even though you're supposed to be done at 6 to just relax and wait around till the 8 o'clock, what you got to do is you got to put that work down because your mind is being attacked. And then you're going to have to switch up the plan to so that you could still be on call for this 8 o'clock. Now, what happened with number 6 in reality, what really happened with someone is that this person got whim that the enemy was trying to attack them, their mind. So little things started to happen where the person started to forget. The person started getting confused about their schedule. Like they had an appointment at a certain time and then they got confused about the appointment. They thought it was going to be like 2 weeks later when it was the actual day and all this other stuff. And then I said, your mind is being attacked. Like something is going on where I could feel it. What happened was I started to see that the enemy was trying to figure out who was helping them. Switching the plan was, I said, look, these are the scriptures you got to go through. These are the specific, now that we know what we're dealing with, this is exactly what you're going to have to do. And they came out of it. So they switched the plan. I say this because the enemy is really attacking. And I like I said before, I beg you, you have to continue to pray without ceasing. You have to. There's no other way around it. Don't be like people in war that they go to war, they win the war, and then they sit there and say, oh, we're good now because we won. No, because that same enemy could be stressed out, pissed off, and upset and attack from behind. You see it in the movies, okay? You see it in the movies where people say, okay, we won. And then you sitting up there watching the movie. The people done put up a camera system and all sorts of stuff around their house. This person's in jail and they're like, yes, we won. And then what happens? They done put the wrong person in jail and the real enemy is on the outside. And that person's still watching them. And then the movie goes off and you don't even know if there's a part 2. Yup. Sober-minded. So I gave you the tools that the enemy, the devil, the witch, the warlock, whatever you want to call them, is doing. They're using bait, bondage, isolation. So a tip: switch up your plan. And another one, which is a bonus: try not to get angry. It's okay to get angry and praying, and you just praying and get angry at the devil during praying. Okay? Get angry at the devil during praying because the devil's heart is cold. But in real situations, like a situation is going down, Try not to get so angry that you miss the mark. And that's the big thing. Maybe I'll have an episode on that where you get so angry you miss the mark. Because missing the mark can be total destruction. I really care about all of you all. I don't know people. I only know my clients. But for those of you all listening in, I care. Trust me. I just to see some of these people going through some things is heartbreaking. But then I know that there's only one situation in the six where a person that was gonna be attacked, they need to work on some things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're asking a lot of questions like why me and how come this is happening to me and yada yada yada. But there's some things they need to work on because they have an open door. They don't want to work on that. And that's what the enemy is using to attack them. That's very important. So that's it for today. This is not going to be an edited episode. That's it. Enjoy your day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Normally I do a Happy Mother's Day episode. I really do. But today, I woke up and the message, the setup came up all over again. So that's it for today. Check me out on YouTube, like, subscribe, click the notification. Check me out on Facebook, check out my store. Got some new stuff coming out soon. And I got the downloadable document, Your Money Matters, coming out soon with tips and everything else like that. And what else? For one-on-one session, yes, hit me up. And the reason why, okay, so this is what came to me too. And I'm gonna just say this real quick. This is not gonna be no episode. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna just get off here and just, yeah, go handle my business. A lot of people out there, listeners, feel like that I'm gonna judge you. I'm not. There's some people that, and what came to me feels like that you don't want me to know what's going on. You're listening to the podcast because you know that 9 times out of 10, what I'm saying is going on, whether it be through someone else or it's going on in your life. In order for you to have peace, you're going to have to go under that carpet and pull out all that dirt under the carpet because that's the only way. And some of you all don't want me. You want me to help you be at peace. You want me to help you get right, but you don't want me to hear the embarrassment. I done been through some things. So I can't sit here and say to you that I haven't. I have. And that's why I talk to you about what is told to me and what's going on when it comes to spiritual warfare. Because I done been through some things. I done seen some people go through it. You know? I even sat down with somebody the other day and was like, I said, remember when you went through whatever. But I didn't know that it was that deep. Where, meaning that these enemies is out there and they trying to really take lives. They really trying to destroy families. They really trying to destroy marriages. They really trying to separate people. Some people feel like, some people looking at their relationship, their past relationship, and saying things like, oh, this guy that did me dirty is a dog and all this other stuff. And what you don't know or what you fail to realize, for some, not everybody, is that there was someone else that had their hand in your situation. And some of you all still have that person around you. And the reason why some of your relationships is not successful is because that person is still around you. Sometimes we have a tendency to look at the wrong parties. And the enemy is right close smack in your face. I had to realize that. I had to go through that. I had to deal with it. And that's why I'm telling you all about it. So I'm not judging you. If you want me to help you, if you want to get to peace in your life, if you want to get to that place where you can, get rid of all that dirt in your life, schedule a session. Trust me, you won't be sorry about it. So that's it for today. Love me more. I love you more. For the mothers, enjoy your day. You deserve it. Have a blessed one.